Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we continue to the next topic. There will be topic 7, good manufacturing practice, GMP. That is a common. So, but they will have two part 1 and part 2. And after this next week, we're going to continue with the part 2 lah. This slide actually prepared by Ustazah Anis Hamizah. She actually is pure food, basically, pure food science. Okay, Anis Hamizah Hamid. Okay, so the objective actually is to understand the importance of good management practice, or we know that is GMP, and then to explain the establishment of premise and facilities, and then the third one to explain the establishment of personal training, hygiene and practice, and the last one to explain the establishment of cleaning and sanitation. Okay, so it's very simple. We have to understand about what GMP, and then after that we're going to explain about the premise, and then about the personal training, hygiene and practice, and the last one to know about the cleaning and also sanitation. Okay, so as a scope for part 1, I'm going to cover about this, the introduction, the importance of the good medical practice, GMP, establishment for premise and facilities, personal training and hygiene, and the last one, cleaning and sanitation. Okay, so GMP, Kementerian Kesihatan juga. They will be covered about the food safety by Malaysia lah. So this is a set of requirements that control the operational condition within the food establishment, allowing for the production of the safe food. Okay, so GMP basically is also in line with the HACCP. Okay, I can assume for halal student, they already know about the HACCP, because HACCP is stand for HACCP lah, what is calling here as MS 1514, and then define manage health, and then we can see quality to elevate the level of standard domestic food, manufacturing and production, safer food, cosmetic and health supplement, as well as traditional medicine. So that is more to safety lah, food safety insurance system HACCP certification. Critical it's not halal, it's talk about halal. Okay, now we go to next one, because in the end when going to import this is important lah, GMP, because when we import or export, or you want to know, you want to export your product, so the government will make like one standard lah, so establish another one is MESTI lah. MESTI ni one of the standard lah. Kita ada, we will learn about MESTI, we also know about the best. Okay, and then the manufacturer in Malaysia that adopt GMP in food production bring assurance to consumer global, and this also will enhance the public image of company as the safe food production. So therefore the competitive edge the international market increase operational as the regulatory and also legislation requirement of Malaysia and exporting country as well established, because people aware of that, people know about that, people understand about the standard that we apply. Okay, so this one is very important to understand, because MESTI one of criteria, and then after that we have GMP. Okay, GMP, and then after that inside there we have HACCP, we have about the MESTI, and also we have about BEST. Okay, so HACCP basically, if you're aware, there is a more to assurance system, but they will focus on the hazard analysis and critical control point. For halal, we have HCP, halal control point. But for the hygiene, they will have, for food, basically, they will have HACCP lah. It is the easy way to call CP lah, critical point. Okay, next. We go to the next one. Okay, so they also have Malaysia standard, starting with the MS 1414, and then there is go to general practice of food hygiene, and after 8 years later, and then the manual were replaced by MS 1414 2009. Okay, and they will come with this name, good management practice, GMP for food. Then the second revision, I think it's the latest one lah, 1514 2022. Okay, so this slide basically is a focus on 2009, but actually it's not quite different lah between MS2 2022 with 2009. Okay. Okay, now we will look about JMP installation premise and premises, okay, facilities. So we have to look about the location, we have to know about the equipment, we have to know premise and room, and also the facilities. Okay, so this is under class of 4. Okay, location. That is common. We cannot put our premise should be away from polluted environment area, flooding area, pest infestation area, ineffective waste removal, erosion pond, septic tank. This one lah. Erosion pond and septic tank. Therefore, the facility should have a suitable protective measure to be implemented against threat. So they want to have at least no more. It's a clean area lah. It's a clean area. Okay. So we have to, when we design, okay, a lot of people don't think about how to design. So basically, they have to design first, internal design. So they have to hire the designer lah, architecture to design the premise should be facilitate good hygiene and manufacturing practice. So we'll cover everything lah about the place, storage, and then people to enter and so on. So movement, pattern of material, production and people, and the layout equipment should be designed to protect against the potential contamination sources. So separation of operation in which contamination is likely to occur by location, time, participation, airflow, enclosed system, or others. Okay, we can see here. This is how that the setting, and then the if you go to have a time when the highlight industry management society have a trip to the Gardenia or to any location with the food premise, chocolate factory, I encourage you to go there. You will see this basically, the process, everything there. Okay, so internal design also actually, so you can see working space will be provided between equipment and walls and obstructed with the adequate within to the perform duties, and also to protect against contamination and food contact surface with clothing and personal contact. So laboratory should be designed, located, and operation to minimize product contamination. Microbial laboratory should not open to production area to prevent contamination people, product area, and product. So if you see the layout, okay, if you see the layout, basically the layout they will have like specific for the factory. So you have some of them, they will have room for R&D, and then after that they will have signage like this one to make sure that is for the food, there is one for the operation area, this one is a product, this is for labeling, this for the packaging, and so on. So they have to design properly. Okay, so this is an example lah. We can see here plan it out. We can see here this is the data lah. Some people want to put, yeah, this is based on your design. Okay, so this one you can see here there is employee amenities. Okay, and then the room here, locker room here, and then after that this one is for visitor. Some people want to, but we are not allowed to inside that. So you can see here a safe clean space that protect against the cross contamination, and then the problem solving with the autonomy and technology, because there are no more human here, but they will focus on the people here. And then you can see here the production area, and then after that coming to here, and then if you look here, they will have ventilation. They have first in first out actually, not first in first out that food, but the door, they have to make sure that it's not sharing the same door. People coming in and people go out, it's the same door. They have two different door facilities. Okay, and then if you see here, raw material, additive, and then lubricant, cooling agent, non-food chemical, packaging, pallet, and also container can occur. So we have to make sure avoid all this partition. So you have to make sure this partition will be recognized. Okay, so the area and facility for personal use and other facility connecting area for non-conforming product, sanitary facilities, and etc. Okay, so now we look about the airflow here. So that is not good lah. From here, it's not good because the markup air opening, and then the have to be at house fan is at the top. So in the end, this is not acceptable because in the end, the air will circulate inside here. Okay, the best actually is like this one. Okay, from the top. Okay, basically from the top, but the same level also can. And then this one from the top. Okay, and then this one also from the top and then going down, and then as how the fan is going down. So at least the air will be circulate and go out. Okay, so this is the best air inlet and then best in house. Okay, okay, so now we go about the ceiling, okay, walls and also windows and also floor and also door. If you seek about the ceiling, minimum build up the dirt and also condensation. So minimize the shedding of particles, and then you can see drip of condensation from fixtures, and then pipe with not contaminate food contact with the surface and food packaging material, and then walls, make sure the walls is impervious material, no toxic effect, smooth surface, appropriate height. Okay, they have to make sure lah. And then you can see the window here. You can see the window cover and the corner post, and then basically it's easy to clean lah. The door is open, easy to open, smooth and non-absorbent surface, easy to clean, and we also easy to disinfect. Mudah dicucikan. Okay, we also add here floor, so to allow adequate drainage, maksudnya laluan tu mudah air tu mengalir lah, and then allow adequate cleaning, impressive material, and also not toxic effect. Okay, when you do audit premise in the location that you assign, you can go there. You will see this basically. You have to look about this. So in your report, you can make sure that you also cover all these items lah. Okay. Okay. So now we go to here. Achieve suitable temperature repeatedly to maintain food temperature. This one have to make sure that maintenance. They have to make sure they collaborate. Have to make sure they will have verified and specific internal interval to ensure that food process are monitored. A lot of the premise, they don't monitor about this. So they have to monitor here because that is suitable for food contact, easy to clean, and also non-toxic material. Okay, so facilities. If you look about here, facilities, we have to look about the water supply, drainage, and also we have to talk about the waste disposal. So water supply, we can see potable water, specific in the Food Regulation 1985. And then after that, non-potable water, separate system with the identification, not connect with or allow black flow into potable water system, because we don't want to use the non-potable water inside to the potable water lah. The water supply, make sure that is appropriate storage, and then you can see distribute and also temperature control. Okay, and drainage also same. We have to make sure they have adequate with the food trap and also connected with the sewage system, and waste disposal adequate locate away from food and look for the hazardous. Okay, now we look about the facilities, cleaning and also personal hygiene. Okay, so we have to separate here. This is your friend also mentioned about this one, right? So have to make sure that there will be have separation between hand wash and then with the food wash. Have to make sure that is a separate lah. Okay, hand washing sample here, and then you can see hand washing, toilet changing for cleansing. Have to have the adequate to clean food, utensil and equipment, adequate hot and cool water, potable water. And a lot of premise, they are sharing same sink. That is not acceptable. Okay, they have to make sure. If you see the trash, also you have to have pedal here, kaki, untuk easy to open. You cannot use your hand. You have to use the pedal here. Okay, now we look about the next facilities is air quality and ventilation. Okay, why? We need to minimize airborne contamination. Okay, control ambient temperature, odor and also humidity, and lighting, adequate natural or artificial lighting, no color misleading. Okay, so you have to make sure that we'll have this to focus on, right? Okay, so storage easy to clean and avoid pest access or harborers. Kita tak naklah ada hotel pula, hotel untuk pest. That is not. Make sure lah you put the storage, but in the end that is storage for rat, for cockroach. So effective protection and also environmental. So you have to monitor, make sure this one. Okay, so this is a very good ventilation design lah. We can see here where the make up filter temper, and then warm air is house, and then cooking room. So the inside go out, and then packaging also positive pressure air flow here, finished product cooler, shipping dock. So they will have not very clear, meaning they will have their own flow here. Okay, on its house here they will have here, but here this is not good because they are sharing. When they are sharing, so they go to here and then go to finished product, go to packaging, and then also cooking room. So in the end, if you are cooking here, so how about the air here? So they will go only this area, but actually you are invited, you allow others air inside to here, so it's not good lah. The best actually is like this one. Okay, so ventilation system should ensure air does not flow from contaminated area to clean area, can be adequate, minimized, maintained, and cleaned. Okay, so this one also your friend just mentioned about the segregation. We can see raw food. This one, for example, for chiller and also for frozen storage. Raw food, they have to be asingkan. Even like this one, they also have to be asing. It's not cannot be together lah. This one just want to show example raw food and also processing food, but they have to segregate. They have to put different partition. Okay, meat for meat, fish for fish, and then for the vegetable. Okay, so processing food also same. And then after that, nature of storage. So they have to make sure that some they will have allergen and then non-allergen. For example, there's a gluten-free, and then they have paraben. Also, they have vegan. Okay, so you have to separate because we all don't know. We don't know that some people they will have like, oh, I'm allergic to this, but you don't mention. But in the end, it's already eat by them, so they will be disease lah. They will be some region, and then they will start to sue the premise. Okay, allow segregation of raw material and processing food material, allow defrosting, and then measure and record temperature accurately. This one you can see when you go to the audit, you will see the record. You have to make sure they will have specific book to record about temperature. Sight away the refrigerator blower from excessive light and warm air, and then filter door with the air curtain to avoid loose and cool air or any sudden rise in the temperature. Okay, now we go to the next one. It's about the personal training, hygiene, and practice. Okay, when we go to about this one, very basic training cluster 8. We talk about the awareness and responsible. That should be highlight. Number one is a nature and risk of the food. Okay, you have to know about the food first. Okay, the nature, how to keep, how to make sure, for example, the mushroom, about the vegetable, about the chili, and so on. You have to know about nature. Easy to, that is easy to put out, or the best actually to keep in the storage or just open area. So number B is whether know the allergen or potential physical contamination. Just mentioned about the allergen here. And then you can see number C is the manner of the food production, processor, handler, or packaging. You have to know about that. And then the extent and nature of food processing for further preparation before final consumption. And the last two, there will be the condition of the food storage. And then last 6 is the F is the expected length of time before consumption of the food. Meaning you keep first batch and then you want to reuse, you have to make sure that the people buy. For example, you buy ayam kepuk, you make ayam kepuk, and after that you have to make sure that the ayam kepuk actually is they will can sustain to what time. 2 or 3. That's based on the R&D. That's why a lot of hotel or restaurant, big restaurant, they will have very small portion. They don't want big like a kenduri. Even kenduri also, we have to know that how many orang datang lah. Orang datang. So if based on that, then they have to base on. We cannot prepare more food because to keep for the next day. Because in the end, we don't know how long the food can sustain. Before we rosak lah. Right. So Okay, we go to the next one. So it's very simple one. Management and supervision ensure that judgment of potential risk and taking appropriate correction and prevention take place. Training program can be arranged by identify of training first. After that, detail of transition, and then product assessment and effective training, and then ensure food handler remain aware of the procedure and review if the training okay, and then continue again with the another training. So the training is never end lah. Okay, so 5 aspects that you should be observed. Okay, personal hygiene. Okay, health status. Okay, this one already explained last week, right? Report to management, vaccinate, execute after getting medical clearance. If let's say you are illness or injured, so have to report to management. Don't say that, oh, I'm okay. No, you have to report. Even you know that the boss will cut your salary because of the MC and so on, but you have to report because they will infect to the customer. Okay, will be big damage basically. So you have to report to management, and then suitable waterproof plaster and hand glove for cut or wound. So you have to cover here. So meaning you need to have first aid at your place. Okay, personal cleanliness. So wearing PPE and remove before entering toilet. This one we already know that. Short and clean fingernail, unstable hand wash, signage, remove or cover hand delivery, no more deliveries, maintain gloves, storage clothing and belonging in locker, confining area for eating, food, chewing gum, drinking, beverage, smoking and vaping, and also taking any precaution against food contamination. Okay, so they all have, basically they need to have this one lah, signage. Okay. Okay, so number 4, personal behavior. No spitting. Refrain from the bad behavior, sneezing or cogging about the unprotected food. Licking finger. This one we already know, show to you, right? The video there. Blowing, nose, personal effect, not wearing false nail, eyes, and so on. Control of visitor, you have to make sure, let's say when you go to audit, make sure you get the permission to enter the place. Okay, ingat ni, kena make sure. When you have to go there, you have to make sure that you get the permission. That's why we are preparing for you the letter. And then after that, if let's say they say that, okay, you can enter, and then you need the PPE, and then glove and so on. So that you can note down lah, ada personal hygiene provision for the employees. Okay, now we go to the next one. I think next 5 slides about the cleaning and also sanitation. Okay, so the cleaning and sanitation program should include area, utensil, equipment to be clean, responsible of particular task, method and frequency of cleaning, monitoring and verification arrangement by expert advisor. Okay, so all food contact surface should be cleaned by dry and sanitary condition before used to hold low moisture food. Every time after any instruction or contaminate, single service article disposal time should be stored in the appropriate container and distributed in good manner after usage. So educate sanitizing agent. Okay, this one we already discussed, right? The sanitizing agent, detergent and so on. Okay, so cleaning and sanitizing chemicals should be handled and used carefully. Security store, toxic chemical are cleaned, identified in containers, separate from the food control surface, packaging material, keep under lock, control access, and educate ventilation room. Okay, why? Why? Okay, I just want to ask, anyone can respond, why they have keep under lock the sanitizing area? Anyone know? So Haima, boleh bantu? Why the door, the place to store sanitation have to be always locked? Khalis, boleh bantu? Why always have a place to lock about this?
Tak tahu dah tu. Yeah.
Kenapa? Agak-agak.
Biar jaga makanan tu daripada kotor.
Kenapa bilik yang simpan chemical ni, chemical untuk sanitize, maksud sabun-sabun ni, kenapa bilik tersebut kena kunci?
Dah terbakar.
Okay, jawapannya simple saja. Thank you so much to respond. Supaya tak ada orang sabotage. Itu je. We don't know our staff. Let's say they want to sabotage the boss. So just we want to go there, dia ambil sabun and then dia pergi ke sana, dia letak barang sabun tu dalam makanan. Siapa tahu? Siapa tak tahu? That's why the best practice, dia kena lock the door and then the door tu mesti ada satu meja dan ada buku dan mereka kena record all the who's the person ambil. So that's why they need to lock because kita tak nak ada berlaku sabotage. So that's why you need to control the access and adequate ventilation room. Kalau ventilation room ni yang tadilah takut terbakar and so on. Betul, thank you so much. Okay, so we'll continue next week after Raya about in the part 2. Okay, so man asabaka min hasanatin fa min Allah wa ma asabaka min sayyi'ati fa min nafsik wa arsalnaka linnas rasula wa kafa billahi shahida. Sadaqallahul azim. So we see you again and all the best and Allah is the best lah. Okay, wallahu a'lam.
Terima kasih doktor.